Citizens of modern democracies have used a variety of methods and techniques to vote on election day, but how did ancient peoples vote? We've pulled together some interesting details from Athens, a democracy, and the Roman Republic, a quasi-democracy where the wealthiest classes had more influence than the working class. In both Athens and Rome, participation in the democratic process, Greek demokratia means power of the people, was limited to demos, free male citizens. Women and slaves did not have the right to vote. Representatives selected by the randomization engine. Eric Robinson, professor of history at Indiana University and editor of Ancient Greek Democracy, said that the ancient Athenians did not believe that elections were the most democratic way to choose officials, and that is why elections were rarely held in Athens. Said it was not done. Reading and source. For a democracy that gives people full power to run things, not just the rich, we had to pick people at random. To determine the members of her Council of 500, the supreme governing body of Athens, the Athenians used a system called selection. In Athens he had 10 tribes, and each tribe was responsible for providing for her 50 citizens to serve in her Council of 500 for 1 year. Each eligible citizen received an individual token, and these tokens were inserted into a special machine called a chloroterion. This machine used long-lost technology, using tubes and balls, to randomize each tribe's contribution to the council. In Athens, all laws and judicial procedures were decided by the parliament, ecclesia, a large democratic body in which all male citizens had a voice. Of her 30,000 to her 60,000 citizens in Athens, about 6,000 regularly attended parliamentary meetings. Meetings were held in a natural amphitheater on a hill called Pnyx, derived from the Greek word for crowded, and could accommodate between 6,000 and 13,000 people. The Greeks didn't have elections in the sense that we think of them, voting by mail or going to school or church to vote, said a political science professor and author at the University of San Diego. One Dell Dixon says, "From the people's government. Introduction to democracy. You had to be physically present. Hence the word republic, res publica is Latin for public place. They go to meet with other citizens and decide the issue before Parliament that day." The parliamentary daily agenda was set by a council of 500 members, after which all laws and government policies were put to a vote. Voting was by show of hands and the winner was determined by 9 presidents, prodroi. The Athenians took great care to avoid any chance of cheating the system. For example, his 9 cashiers were chosen at random just before the congregation gathered that morning, so it would be really hard to bribe them, says Robinson. Athens had several posts elected by the parliament, most notably that of military general. Each year 10 generals were elected by the General Assembly by a simple yes or no vote.